Business from the University of Birmingham, which is also in England. Currently, Dr. Mohammed is a lecturer of marketing and administration science at Galala University in Egypt. In addition, he also teaches various courses for undergraduate and postgraduate programs, including MBA and DBA, or the Doctor for Business Administration programs at the Faculty of Commerce, Cairo University. Students, I want you to meet Dr. Mohammed Khalifa.
Thank you.
Let's give Dr. Mohammed a round of, icon of applause, everyone. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for this
Okay.
nice.
Okay, sir.
Thank you for this nice introduction. Yes. First of all, I would like to welcome and thank Don for this nice introduction. And as well, I would like to thank and welcome Diana. Okay, it was a pleasure to have the second meeting with you. And I was so glad to have this meeting with you and with the students from 3 different universities, 3 different countries. It's interesting. It's interesting, by the way. I would like to go straight forward. I know we haven't much time for this, and I would like to make a quick presentation about cross-culture communication. I will make it in 2 parts. The first one, it will be about a marketing part, and second one, it will be about international part. I will make it nice. I will try to make it nice and easy. Yes. I will just upload the presentation. Just a moment, please. Just a moment. Yes. It's our presentation today. It's, as you know, as last time, it's about cross-cultural behavior and the consumer behavior in different culture and different countries. Today, I will start with. Oh, by the way, hello, students from 3 universities. I need to participate with me. I know all of us not English native speaker. Therefore, I will try my best to speak in clear English as slowly as possible. Okay. Great.
Jeep anjing Mesir.
Okay. I need to mute. Okay, I think I need to mute all the things. Okay.
Okay, I mute.
Okay. I will start with a kind of game, a kind of question. Okay. Can anyone of students tell me what happened in these dates? 1760, 1840, 1914, 1918, 1939, 1945. Anyone know any date of these dates? Any student? Anyone to participate? What happened in industry? What happened in management? What happened in using machines? Something like that. Okay. In 1760, 1840, this industry revolution, okay, in 1914, 1918 is the first World War, yes, and 39, 35, Second World War. Yes, my question now, why these dates are very important for management, for industry, for using machines, for technology, okay? These dates make a kind of huge differences between an old era and a new one, especially the first dates or the first 2 dates from 1760, 1840. We have new kind of machines. We have from workstations, small workstations, to a huge production and so on. The way of using management, even the theories, is different from these dates. Even in the First and Second World War, I know it's not good to have a kind of war. It's a drama. It's not good. But there is just one good side for this one, which is the industry. The industry make a huge difference. Okay. Okay, let's make a quick start here. As I started here, we need to understand marketing as in the first hand and international business in the second hand. Marketing simply, it's not about buying and selling. Marketing is about creating value. If all of us have a kind of mobile phones, why you are purchase a kind of mobile phone? It's not about it has a plastic, it has a wires, it has something like that. Okay, but you are not purchase this for this kind of components, just components. No, you are buying for the value. What's the value of mobile phone? You are texting, you are calling, you are studying maps, musics, everything. It's a value. We are creating a value for you. In other hand, we are capturing value from you and make a kind of build a strong relationship with customers. Therefore, we have an important part here, which is marketing is about creating value from customers and capturing value from customers, which is mean that our main idea are customers. Okay, which is the second part. We need to ask what is market, not marketing. Okay, market, which is the buyer or the customers itself. As you know, if you have kind of a market share, if market share, which is any company has a kind of pie chart, which is have some customers and so on, which is the market, which is the buyer or the customers. We need to understand that we have two types of markets, which is the actual customers and the potential one. The actual, which is dealing with me now. They are buying my products or taking my services now. Okay. The potential one, which is someone maybe dealing with a competitor, okay, or someone he didn't or she didn't know about the product or the services. Okay. This is my role now, which is I need to go forward to customers. I need to understand the mentality for the customers first to try to give them the product or the service. Okay. Just a quick look. I will not talk deeply in this one, but I just need to quick give you a background about a kind of marketing orientation, which is a kind of a little bit history about marketing. Did you know the first slide when I told you what's happened in 1760, 1840, 1914, and 1918, these dates? This because the history of marketing. Marketing is not like marketing we have now. Okay, it's not like we understand customers' behavior and how it's different from different countries and so on. It started with a kind of production concept. It started from industry revolution. It started with about we have a new kind of production. Anything will okay. Anything will produce, will sell it. After that, we have a kind of product concept. We have many competitors now. We have different competitors now. Each competitor have the same product. Okay. Now we have to make some differences from products to try to sell more. In the third stage here, we have selling concept. Selling concept, which is mean we have many competitors with maybe almost the same products. Okay, we try to sell as much as we can. Why I'm talking about this orientation? Because until this third stage here, we are not thinking about customers. We are not thinking about what in the mentality of customers. We are pretend that we understand, we have the great of everything, and we can sell our products. After that, we have two concepts or orientation, like marketing concepts and kind of societal marketing concept, or the new marketing concept. The marketing concept, which is our new market, which is I create value for you, I capture value for you, I try to build a strong relationship with customers. This is the real marketing we are talking about, just from about last 30 years, sometimes 40 years, something like that. Until we have the final one, which is a kind of societal marketing concept. It's also marketing. We are caring about customers. We are starting from customers and ending from customers. But here we have a different way. We are seeing customers from different ways. It's not the traditional way. We have digital marketing. We can access marketing from everywhere, from every time, and so on. Okay, this kind of that orientation or marketing orientation of management, how to manage marketing orientation, and so on. Now I have I bring this one for you. It's a very nice one. It's a book, by the way. It's called Purple Cow. Purple Cow. It's a different name. Okay. And it's a good way to see the marketing and the consumer, by the way. Purple Cow, it's a book by Seth Godin. Okay, you can read it. I think it's online book, and it's kind of, if you go for YouTube and just write Purple Cow, you can have an audiobook. I think Seth Godin by himself, he reads the book. It's a great idea. Simply, this book talk about if you have in a farm and you have a normal cow. It's the color of cow, it's brown or black and white cows. Is that right? And if you have you drive your car and in this farm, this normal cow. But if you see a kind of one purple cow with this, it's different, it's unique. This is marketing. You have to be unique, you have to be different, you have to understand customers first. This is the idea of this book. Okay, it's interesting one, by the way. Okay, our part now, it's about consumer behavior, which is what happened in consumer, in their mentality, in their behavior, in their dealing with others, and so on. Which is mean we have to understand their cultures, the social, personal, psychographical, and so on. Culture different from anyone, from any country, and so on. We have to understand the culture, subculture, social class of everyone, and so on. Even in the family, to understand the family and the relationship with family. As you know, in Asian countries and some Middle East countries, we have kind of more respect about family. We are more close about families, and so on. It's different about if you are going to Europe and to maybe in United States, Canada, something like that. It's not that close, okay? Which is mean we have to make a kind of marketing mix different from the Asian and Middle East part and the Europe part, and so on. We need to understand age life cycle, personality and motivation. What's motivate people? What's motivate consumer, and so on. Okay. All of this will lead us to understand one important part in marketing, which is market segmentation. We need to segment market, as we agreed before, that market is our consumer. which is mean we need to make some separation or make some dividing this consumer. Market segmentation is about dividing market into smaller segments, okay, by the characteristics, by the needs, and so on, to try to get your target market, which is the set of buyer or customers shares the same ideas, the same characteristics, and so on. Okay. What I have talked about now, it's about the idea about marketing, about consumer behavior, about how can we deal about marketing. This is the marketing part. Now, I will try to be go to the second part of my presentation, which is the international business part. Okay. Now we need to understand there is some differences between your local market and the international market. Your local market, you understand, you understand more about your people, about your culture. You know about culture, you know about products, and so on. If you will try to take this same product to the international one, maybe have some difficulties, which is mean we need to understand simply what international business. To understand international business, you need to understand something was very interesting, which is the world map. Okay. Do you need to understand that some differences between countries and what is the logistics part and so on. As you know, we have 6 continents: Africa, Asian, Europe, Australia, North America, Latin America, or South America, and so on. Okay. Yes, Egypt is here, Tunisia is here, Philippines is here. We are the 3 countries. Okay. Okay. Why maps are very important in international business? First, you need to understand that every country here have a kind of different language, different culture, many differences. When you deal with international business, you have to understand consumer or the behavior of the consumer in different countries. Okay, this is a point. Second point, you need to understand the something which is called regional integration. Each country have a kind of integration between their each other, such as here in Egypt we have a kind of AU, which is African Union, and COMESA with some countries, and we have some deals with China, with the United States, with Europe, and you know that this part of Europe has the great European Union part and the strong Asian integration with ASEAN or ASEAN. I don't know the right pronunciation of it. Is it ASEAN or ASEAN, Diana?
Asia.
ASEAN, is that right?
No, Asia. ASEAN is only for several countries in ASEAN, like. You mean that Asia, including Egypt, right?
The integration, the economic integration.
Oh, in ASEAN.
Yes, ASEAN, yes. It's one of the great economic integrations. Yes. It has the Indonesia, Philippines, and some other countries here in Southeast. In Southeast Asia. As you know, there is some kind of integration. It's very important, which is ASEAN, which is important here. We have European Union, and we have something integration in North America, which it called NAFTA, North America Association, something like that. And now it's different. It's called USMCA. It's from United States, Canada, and Mexico together. We have Mercosur here in Latin America. We have many integration. It's very important. Okay. The dimension, or the great dimension of international business, we have many dimensions, which is international trade, international investments, globalization of markets, markets which more globalized now. As you know, 30, 40 years before, if you'd like to just make a just international call, you will pay kind of $1 to $3 per call. Now you can make almost a free call, video call. We now are sharing our this nice course with 3 different universities in 3 different countries, just 3 different time zones. It's a kind of 6-hour difference. I think now in Philippines it's 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock,
Yes.
and in Indonesia,
In Indonesia,
3 o'clock now.
3:30. 3:30.
Yes, 3:30. It's 11:30
yeah.
now in Egypt.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, you will
It's a
break
kind of
Friday praying, right?
yes.
you-
It's I have a kind of 1 hour.
Okay.
I would try to be quick. Okay. It's a globalization of market. Market is just very close now. It's connected now. It's the magic of international business, by the way. And another part here, which is a kind of foreign market interest strategies. The key interest, we have many interest strategies. The simplest one, which is exporting. Exporting is easy, it's a direct one, and so on. But now we have many interest strategies. It's a kind of joint ventures. We have franchising. We have FDI, foreign direct investments, which is very important for many countries. Any country loves the foreign direct investments. We need someone or some country or some company, international company from outside to go to our country to start a new business, to make unemployment rates low, and try to make the investments grow, and so on. It's the foreign investments and so on. And we have something which is called international business trust. I will talk about this one by the end of this presentation. I just have kind of three slides, don't worry. Okay. International business, which is about foreign trade outside your borders. Any country of these 3 beautiful countries, if you go from your country to exceed the border by any entry strategy, it's a kind of international activity. It's an international activity which is very important for your country and for the other country. Okay, and we have international trade, simply like exporting, importing, and exporting, you sell your product outside, importing, buying from outside. It's not that easy. I know now we have a kind of global sourcing, value chain, global value chain, and so on. As you know, if you have a kind of Toyota car, Boeing, something like that, it's not just one country. You can go for one of this chain. You work for just one chain and make a huge difference, and so on. Which is mean we have to understand customers from your country, from other country, and so on. I will be quick. International business is different borders and so on, but there is an important part here, which is the differences between local and international one. It's a different culture, different in language, different in legal system, different in political and infrastructure, and so on. My final one, sorry for my, I took a long time, but my final slide now. International business with marketing, with consumer behavior, with culture, communications, and so on. It's opportunity. It's a great opportunity, but we have to be aware about the risk of international business. We have a kind of 4 key risks of international business: the cross-culture risk, the country risk, the currency risk, and the commercial risk. Cross-culture risk, which is related to what we talk about in this course, which is there is a difference in culture. This difference, we need simply to understand it and to respect it. Just understand the culture. You will sell your goods or services on this country. You need to understand there is a kind of culture differences, negotiation patterns is different from country to country, some ethical practices, and so on. As you know, one of the examples I top of my mind now, it's about when McDonald's they want to try to open a new business in India, okay, but they didn't understand actually the mind, the culture, the Indian culture. The Indian culture respects animals and respects cows, something like that, and McDonald's give something like beef burger, and this some differences between the culture and so on. The problem with McDonald's, they should understand the Indian culture and so on first, and after that they give them the kind of vegetarian products, soya beans burger and something like that. Others they understand the culture. We have a kind of country risk, as you know. Country risk is about bureaucracy, corruption, even the war. If you would like to start a new business now in Ukraine, it could be difficult now. There's a war there. Okay, bureaucracy level is a country risk. You have to be aware about this kind of risk. A kind of financial and currency exchange. I think the exchange rate now between Egyptian pound and US dollar is 33 pound now. I think what's the difference currency exchange in your country, Dan and Dahan, in Indonesia and the Philippines?
Well, right now, dollars is the $1 now here in the Philippines is almost 55 pesos per a dollar.
15.
55. No, 55, sir. 55.
55. Yes.
Yeah, almost.
55.
While for the euro, for the euro, it's around 60 pesos per euro, per 1 euro.
Yes.
So it's quite high.
Yes. And yes, dear Dana.
Yes, in Indonesia, $1 is 50,000. 15,000 rupiah. So our currency is very low value.
Yes. But I need to give a quick point about this one. The huge difference is it's not a bad thing for economy, by the way. If you make exporting more, it would be a good sign, by the way, which is mean if you make exporting for another country, your country make exporting more, which is mean your product, it will be cheaper in the other country, and their product, it will be expensive here. It's a good sign, but you have to make more exporting.
Yes.
This is the point. Yes. Thank you. And it's the risk of international business, as I told you. Finally, we are talking about cross-cultural behavior, which is mean you have to understand the marketing, which is mean you have to understand how to create value and capturing value for customers, and to try to understand customers first. This is the important point for anyone. And the second one, you have to understand the second part of international business and the tricks of international business and the opportunities and risk of international business. I hope to make it interesting as much as I can. And thank you for listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mohammed.
Okay.
So student, let's give a round of applause for Dr. Mohammed for that very interesting lecture. So if you have any question, let's just pause and keep the exciting going. We can have that question and answer after our next lecturer present or deliver her piece. So are you ready, Miss Diana?
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so student, just write down all your question for Dr. Mohammed, and we'll just keep the excitement for a little bit later. Okay, so Our next speaker or lecturer is the beautiful lady from Indonesia. She's an accomplished professional with over 15 years of experience in market research and marketing consulting. Currently, she holds the position of the Director of Digital Campus at University of Esa Unggul in Indonesia, where she leads the team of responsible for offering full online degree programs and driving innovation in online learning at the university. She also serves as the lecturer in the Faculty of Economics and Business of the same university, which is specializing in digital marketing, marketing analytics, and consumer behavior. Ms. Diana has a master's program in marketing from Universitas Indonesia. So student, I want you to meet the lady from Indonesia, Ms. Diana Fejawarti. So Ms. Diana, your turn has come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Don. Thank you for your nice introduction of me. I'm so nervous actually. Yes, I think the same with Dr. Khalifa. In Indonesia, English is not my main language. So I hope you understand. Okay. Okay, let me share.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Let me share my screen first. Okay, it's already available, everyone.
Yes, ma'am, we can see.
Yes, yes. Okay, it's my honor to be the between these two handsome guy from Galala University and from Mapua University and around the student, the amazing student from the three campus. And today our lecture is all about marketing. For the last session, we already talked about consumer behavior and consumer decision making. And today, Dr. Khalifa delivered very impressive presentation about the marketing and the global marketing. And please allow me to be more deeper in our material related to culture and consumer behavior. Yes, this is me. Currently, I'm responsible for offering full online degree program. I think it's a new program in Esa Unggul, especially in Indonesia, because we are now just have several program studi that deliver in the full online degree program. And talking about culture, I think McDonald's is the interesting case, yeah. Everyone know McDonald's. In how about in Egypt, Dr. Khalifa, is it McDonald's is big, popular?
Yes, it's very popular here.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
become more expensive now.
Yeah. Yes, I think this is this is one of the most successful fast food business from USA. When I visited USA last year, we know that many fast food brand there like Burger King, Popeye, In-N-Out, and many others. Many of them has come to Indonesia also, and of course to Philippines and other country, but not as success as McDonald's, McD, we call it in Indonesia. Why McD is so successful? I think it's not just luck. It is a good marketing, and they know the target market. They know how to positioning the market well, as Dr. Khalifa mentioned. But beside this, McDonald's is successful because they know the culture and they know how they localize the menus that appealing, that relevant for the certain culture. Some story, McDonald's is not ended smooth, the successful in the. Do you know that in the when they enter the India market, they struggle. Why? You know that McDonald's, the base is like this, right? Burger, meat, and most of population in the India is vegetarian, and even they are prohibited to consume meat, like us in Egypt and Indonesia is prohibited to consume pork, yeah. So in India, they are prohibited to consume meat. And then McDonald's drive success in the India by creating a burger that only from vegetables, and they are also adopting some of taste that liked by Indian people. Also happened in Indonesia. I think it's not happened in the original country in USA. Rice in Indonesia like consume rice much. Everything must with rice. Even we don't feel like eat Dr. Khalifa and Mr. Thomas if we are not eating rice. Even we have eating much fries, we don't feel like it. We don't fulfill yet, so we must eat rice. So in Indonesia, burger is not so popular, so everything is rice, and yeah. And we know that yes, later I will discuss about the dimension of culture. One of this is collectivism. We know that Indonesia is very collective people, like Malaysia, like Philippines, maybe in Egypt also. We are not individualistic and collective, so we love to share the food with the family or with the friend. So most of popular product in Indonesia is for family, yeah, not for individual people, but for sharing. And the most interesting one is teh botol. Teh is tea, and teh botol is the most popular brand in Indonesia. We know that in the original, previously, before the McDonald's acquisition by the teh botol company, the drink is only with Coca-Cola or Coca-Cola, yeah, not Pepsi, Coca-Cola and Coke. Indonesian people is not like Coke. So when McDonald's is adopt teh botol, tea, yeah, tea in the packaging on the good tea, it's also drive the popularity and then the market share of the McDonald's. So I think is it like the brilliant how McDonald's is drive the culture. And also this one, Indonesia cannot eat without sambal, chili. Everything must be in chili. I think it's very, I'm sorry, I'm also very suffer when come to outside of Indonesia. We don't have chili. Everything is only tomato sauce. We cannot eat chicken fries with tomato sauce. We must eat with chili. So McDonald's also adopt how the chili, we call it in Indonesia sambal, yeah, for their food menu. So this is like how the important to localize our product based on the culture, yeah, from the society. So what is culture? According to Hofstede, the culture is defined as the sum total of learned belief, value, and custom that serve direct the customer behavior of member of a particular society. Please note that culture is not only related with the ethnicity, what the traditional or the custom. Culture is also related with something that happened currently, pop culture. What is happening now is about the culture. For example, in Indonesia, K-pop is very, very much popular. everyone talking about K-pop in Indonesia, especially for the Gen Z, K-pop. I know that Philippines also. Indonesia, according to the data, Indonesia is number 1, and then Japan number 2, and Philippines number 3. K-pop, everyone talking K-pop. How about Egypt? Because is it K-pop popular in Egypt, Dr. Khalifa?
Yes, somehow, yes.
Somehow, yes, but I think not as popular as in Indonesia. Yeah, everyone is
You are
talking.
very popular.
Yes, yes. We name as a P-pop fever. So yeah, so numerous of Indonesian brand leverage the popularity of K-pop star as a brand ambassador. Also, McDonald's have like collaboration with BTS. You know, when this is like a limited edition, only available for 1 week or 2 weeks. For example, you know that the queue, the people that buy is very much. When McDonald's released the BTS meal, and some of other brands use K-pop star, not limited for the beauty care, food and others, and car, and many brand is leveraging the popularity by adopting the K-pop star in Indonesia. And yeah, I think this is we call as a pop culture. So when we talk about the culture, usually we use this kind of framework. This is a framework from Hofstede. Hofstede is the most popular that creating the framework for the culture dimension. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dimension of culture. First is forward distance. Forward distance is the acceptance toward the structural hierarchy in the society. And according to Hofstede and according to many research, Egypt is very high forward distance. So they are like structural. Maybe in Egypt is the according to the history, they come from the kingdom, right? So it's very power distant, compared to us, compared to Indonesian or Philippines, because like Indonesian Philippine is like in one area. Our culture is most likely the same.
Close, yes.
Yeah, it's close. And individualism and collectivism is talking about the balance between individual or group interest in society. Yeah, in Indonesia, also in Philippines, is very collectivism, and we love social, and then we love. We also have several activity for the social and for the family. And uncertainty avoidance is the acceptance to uncertainty and anxiety. Also in Indonesian, and I think all of us in the third country is more likely in uncertainty avoidance. Everything must be certain, must be fixed. Masculinity and femininity is whether more materialities or more something like competition, masculine. Feminine is like more work-life balance, more social life, more aesthetic. Long-term orientation or short-term orientation goal, and then the last one is indulgent and restraint. Usually this is like the framework that used for the marketers to understand which typical of the culture of the country or certain society. Here is example. For example, is Gojek and Grab. Grab is popular in Philippines, right, Mr. Don?
Yes, Grab ma'am is popular here.
Yes.
Grab.
Gojek no Gojek in Philippines.
No,
Only
no,
in
no, no.
Yes, Gojek is unicorn from Indonesia. We have like a big startup, successful startup Gojek. Grab is from Malaysia, the challenger of the Gojek. And why Gojek and Grab is very successful when we back to the framework of Hofstede is their success because they serve uncertainty avoidance, where uncertainty avoidance is the culture dimension that measures the extent to which society feel uncomfortable with unstructured or unexpected or high uncertainty situation. You know that ojek, we call ojek is like motorcycle taxi, motorcycle public transportation. In Indonesia, why we need ojek? Because we are very crazy traffic. I think the same with Manila. The traffic is very crazy, so we need like more flexible mobility transportation, and ojek is suitable for we are going fast pace to place in the crazy traffic. So Gojek and Grab is success because they offering safety and service assurance. I think this is like people for uncertainty avoidance, and they have like transparent pricing and information, and also they have like user rating and review, so they understand the good or the bad or the quality of the driver. So they don't like uncomfortable for the unexpected, you know. And yeah, and the second example is this is like the most popular brand in Philippines, right, Mr. John?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Jollibee. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Jollibee. Jollibee is also fast food, yeah, fast food chains. That's local fast food chains in Philippines. Why they drive success for Philippines? They understand that the culture of Philippines is more collectivism. Yeah, and they are creating space for people together and to enjoy meal collectively. And yeah, according to the information from the Google, and the Jollibee is like a symbol of national pride in Philippines, because like this is like a brand Philippines, the big brand in Philippines. The same in Indonesia, we are very proud to have Indomie. I don't know, Indomie is already or not in Philippines. Indomie is from Indonesia, and this is like big brand. Everyone consume Indomie. Indomie is instant noodle. Instant noodle, popular, very popular in Indonesia. Everyone, especially students, college student is who live not in the family house, in the dormitory, consume instant noodle Indomie. And yeah, I hope this is like a correct example. Cleopatra perfume.
Yes.
To describe how the power distance in Egypt. We know that in Egypt they are more relative acceptable of hierarchical structure and authority. The society is respect individual with the higher values, higher social status, and then an expectation of different and obedience toward this position of power. Yeah, so the why Cleopatra is very successful. This is like a symbol of prestige and luxury, and how they are to create a practice and luxury by collaboration with the influencer figures and some of the member of the royalty or as a brand ambassador. So in the communication, the setting is like luxurious, lifestyle, elegant, aesthetics, and they are not mass product. So very exclusive and limited edition in fragrance. So I think it is like to give like the picture about power distance, yeah. And the brand like this, maybe you have another example, the brand like this one. Because in Indonesia or maybe in the Philippines, the power distance is not so bold as in Egypt. We are more like, yeah, more made more similar, yeah. It's not as a power distance and as an Egypt. And so, is it like the last slide? Why important to understand the culture in consumer behavior? So, we give the explanation before, this is like we can develop the product that culture relevance for certain society or certain country. And then we can avoiding culture pitfall. Many example actually culture pitfall. For example, when Coca-Cola enter in the Chinese, they are struggle how to turn the name of Coca-Cola in the Chinese character. When they are write in Chinese character, the name is not appropriate, not accepted by the culture, and forget the name because if we are write with the kanji letters, the name is not good. So I think it's like we must know to avoiding the culture pitfall, and culture is also for building the trust, yeah, and we can tailor the communication. Because its culture maybe we need to talk about the luxurious, the luxurious in the Egypt, luxurious in Indonesia, and luxurious in the Philippines maybe different. For example, luxurious in Indonesia is the ladies bring Hermes a bag. Is like luxurious. Maybe in Philippines they must drive a sport car. Maybe in Egypt another picture of luxurious. So we must know. We must tailor the communication even the message is the same. And I think by understanding the culture, we know the market opportunity available in certain community, certain society, or in a certain country, as Dr. Khalifa present before. I think that's all for me, and I hope we can continue with the question and answer. Thank you. Back to you, Mr.
Thank you, Miss Diana. Thank you. So, student, the exciting part is here. So you may ask some clarification or just any question you'd like to ask from our lecturer for today, Dr. Mohammed and Miss Diana, about some inquiries that gets your interest, especially in what you call this cultural behavior, certain countries, and then of course how to do international business from the different use of marketing. So any question, you can type it on the chat box, or you can open your mic. So don't be shy. Okay. Oh, there's a question here I think for the both of our lecturer. Okay, should I read this, sir, ma'am? Miss Diana, Sir Dr. Mohammed? Okay. So the question is coming from Miss Jasmine Kaur. I think she's from Mapua, Philippines. As you have discussed, where McDonald's has molded their menu according to the culture they're like in India, would it be wise to expand first to countries of different culture like India or Islamic countries and more? Or expand to countries with same like culture first? Thank you. So who would like to answer first? Ms. Diana or Dr. Mohammed?
Okay, so wait, I try to understand the question. But McDonald's has modeled their menu according to culture, right? Oh,
Just try to
okay.
read the question again. Yes, we can.
Khaur. Khaur is from Egypt or from Galala? From Galala or from Mapua?
From Mapua,
Mapua, I think.
Philippines.
Mapua,
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Khaur, for your exciting question about how McDonald's expand the market. Yeah, is it like for the different country with the different culture, or expand in country with the same culture first? I think for the first expansion in McDonald's, they expand around USA that with the same culture, and then because no, as McDonald's is the big brand, every country have McDonald's, right? So they are expand in all the country. So maybe the question is, if you have a brand, is it better to expand in the same culture, or better to expand broadly? Yeah, maybe
Yes.
yeah. Dr. Khalifa, I think can explain
Yeah.
well. I try to explain first. Of course, yeah. Of course, if we are talking about the culture, for the first is it easier for us if we are expand in the countries or society that not too much adjustment for our product first, gitu. And then if we need to expand more, and then we can go further from other country, that we must to redevelop, or we must to adapt our product for this country. Dr. Khalifa, you can I think
thank you, Dennis.
very...
It's amazing. Thank you. It's amazing. Thank you. Just I need to, as the same as you have said, if you are an international brand, and you would like to access many other countries, okay, as we have said, Dan and me, that first you need to understand the culture of the new country. If it McDonald's, and if they access an Islamic country, they should be aware about the culture of these countries, which should be halal meat or halal products. Okay, if they will access Indian country, they should be aware about that they will face a struggle about the meat and something like about beef and something like that. They should make like a vegetarian or vegan or soya bean burger, something like that. Okay, but the key is how to understand the country. If you'd like to access many countries to be an international brand, you should understand the culture first. You should understand what they need to bring it for them. As I have said in my quick presentation about marketing, it's a kind of creating value, which you have to understand customer first and create a value for them. This the idea. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that, student. Thank you, Ms. Kaur. I hope that your question has been cleared. Any more question from the student? Okay, probably there's one question here directly sent to me from Miss Diana. Okay, according to the question, do we still need to conduct market research, okay, when starting a business, if the company already knows the cultural behavior based on Hofstede?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I love this question much. As a practitioner in market research, market research is not only for like go-to-market strategy for the big one. Yeah, market research is used for many decision in marketing. For example, currently I just have like a very simple research. You know that in Indonesia, one of what is a product for softener for laundry is we call as Doni. Doni will
Yes,
change.
yes.
Yes, Doni will
Yes.
change the perfume, and
Yes.
then they just doing research. This kind of perfume attest and whether the consumer like or not, because the perfume is already popular in other countries and then bring to Indonesia, and they just to adjust the color. The color is it with the perfume? Is it more suitable? The color is purple or pink or blue like this. They need also. This is one of example. Very simple research, but for the company, it is very important. Because the color must be all the sensory, our sensory must be like congruent, like the color, and then the fragrance is must supporting each other. So we can we must have like suitable color. This is like one of example of the color, because maybe the color in Malaysia, in the Philippines like pink, for example, and Indonesia don't like pink. They're more like elegant is symbol by purple, for example. They need certain kind of research for color that like by other country, maybe not like in Indonesia, like this.
So thank you, Miss Diana. So there's a question here from Martine Madava. I think she's from Kalala. Martine, yeah? So
Yeah, maybe, I know.
maybe, yeah, it's a question for Dr. Mohammed. Is there a positive side effect about the 4 risks of international businesses or business?
Again, sorry, I can't hear the question again. Could you repeat that again?
Yeah, in the chat box, sir. So according to Madava, I think, is there a positive side effect about the 4 risks of international business?
Is there a positive side?
Is there a positive effect about the risk of international business?
Yes,
4 risks.
Yes. As we have, thank you, by the way. As we have said, international business, it's a kind of opportunity and risk. Yeah, we should be agree about that. The opportunity, it has a huge opportunity for the the host country or the international country, the companies in the 2 countries, the unemployment rate and so on. It affects everything in the country. Okay, but the point that we have to be aware about the risk, to just put in mind about the risks in international business, to try to get or to convert this risk to kind of opportunities. If the culture is you are facing a culture, something that you have many ways to avoid this culture conflict. You can change the ingredients of the products. You may have changed colors, as Dan said. You have maybe changed the logo itself. I know Starbucks in some countries they change the logo. Okay, it's for Starbucks. It's one of the huge, the biggest. I think Starbucks is the #1 franchise all over the world. It's the #1 franchise, but they can change their logo. They have no problem of this one. Any country, Procter & Gamble, something like that, they bring a kind of washing powder, something like that. It's one of the high price, something like that, and they can give them another brand with another name to access more customers and so on. Finally, international business has a kind of opportunities. It's a great opportunities, and on the other hand, we have some risks. We have to be aware of this risk to convert it to a kind of opportunities. Thank you.
Yes, still
Any
mute.
other questions? I mute? I'm not mute?
No, Mr. Dad still mute. Any other questions, student?
I think anyone have any questions? Are we reaching our end now? Okay. I just need to say that it was a great opportunity to have this kind of meeting with both of you and with these nice students from three universities, three
University.
countries. Yes, and I hope to have a kind of meetings, and we have a physical meeting.
Yes.
Maybe in a conference. Yes, maybe in a conference, in something. If you'd like to any time come to Egypt, just both of you just to have a contact with me. If we can have a kind of any conference in the future, we can have a physical meeting. It should be a great. It will be a great. It will be nice.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Actually, your student is in our campus now. We are closing for the immersion program. From Galala, we have a student from Laguna. From Mapua Laguna.
Yes.
And then also 3 or 4 students from Galala University. And and they have fun together.
Yes.
Miss Diana, that's two Mapua University, one in Laguna and one in Manila, Makati.
Yeah, I think it's very different. Yeah, no,
different. Yeah.
Different.
I think
2 branches. I think
2 branches. 2 branches, sir. Actually, there's 3 Mapua. One is also in Mindanao. I don't know if they sent a representative
from Mapua
in the
also,
immersion.
only from Mapua from immersion.
So we have 2 branches now.
Yeah,
Doing that, they're sending pictures.
Yeah,
They're very happy there. They're sending pictures, especially when they're doing the pottery.
Yeah. Today they are angklung. They perform with angklung. Angklung is our traditional instrument tools in Indonesia, and very nice. I will send the recording in our group. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Maybe next time we can do immersion in Kalala.
Yeah, wow, it's so nice. Yeah.
You are more than welcome.
Yes, thank you, sir. So, student, are there more questions?
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. So, are there more questions or you're all done? I think every student are now quite very well understand about the importance of the cultural behavior as well as incorporating it with international marketing or international business. So again, we thank you. We thank Dr. Mohammed Khalifa for his time and also Dr.
Welcome, sir.
Miss Diana. Okay, Miss Diana Pajawarti for her time of sharing their knowledge and their insights about this global signature course. So thank you very much to them from the 3 universities. Okay, Miss, any parting word, Miss Diana?
I think it's enough. Thank you, student, for your time for joining us. I hope we meet in the next session in different format, more engaging, more active, and with fresh topics.
Yes. Okay, Dr. Mohammed, any parting words?
Yes, I would like to thank you, both of you, and as students in this nice and great 3 universities attending this nice meeting. It was a pleasure. It was enjoyable to have this kind of discussion with both of you and with the students. Okay, I hope to have another meeting with you. And if you are coming to Galala, you are more than welcome anytime. And if you have another conference, you will come. You can say, welcome, lady. If we have kind of a conference anywhere, we can share it. We can join anything together. Thank you for time, both of you and the students. It was very interesting, by the way. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we're all done. Before we close, I would like again to thank all the students from the University, from Galala University, from Esongul University, and from the Mapua University. Thank you very much, and let's all have a very nice weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
See you. Bye.